Greetings. How you doing? I'm well. I wanted to welcome you all, give you all a informal, since I'm in my bed, formal, welcoming to my YouTube channel. Right now you see an acronym, but it's short for heavy is the head that wears the crown. Okay, so today we have a ponytail, but in any other case, in any other instance, you will see me adorned with headdresses, head coverings, just to protect, protect the crown, protect the funnel with which information is ciphered. Okay, so I do have some notes here. You'll always, yes, this is my handwriting. That's mine. That's cursive for those who know how to write in cursive. So I have some notes handy just to kind of keep me on par and keep me in alignment with 15-minute segments. Okay, so I might do shorts, but I want to keep this around 15 minutes. I don't want to be too long-winded until we get 100 subscribers. Okay, 100 subscribers is what we're aiming for. That way we can go live and we can go beyond 15 minutes, 13 minutes. I can have downloads, share my thoughts, engage with you all without being concerned with the time limit. But for now, it's me working on me, training myself to cut down information into 15, 30, 45-minute segments, not only as a public speaker and needing to be aware of time, but also just knowing time, just being crystal clear, okay, in my approach and in my delivery. But without further ado, I did want to introduce myself. My name is Sharon, by the way. Sharon. Some people call me Sharon. My name was Sharon before I was adopted as an infant. And then my name was changed to Sharon, in which case Sharon is just the feminine tense of Sharon, which is masculine. So I'm a Gemini, so I can vibe. I can deal with that duality. It's fitting. So other aliases will more so be titles, like a messenger. I don't want to confuse anyone. I am a messenger more than anything. There's what I am called, and there's what I respond to. But a messenger, a medium, a seer, high priestess, divine feminine, healer, guide, sage, mystic, medicine woman, model, whether it be a model citizen or an actual model, like runway model, brand ambassador, spokeswoman, advisor, visionary, luminary, missionary, psychopomp, look that word up, and oracle. Those are aliases or titles that I respond to, or that I call myself, But carrying on, first order of business. Just kidding. All right, introducing myself. It's just an introduction of myself to the community, to the congregation, to the collective, and all that resonate and find themselves on this YouTube channel. Okay. So the aesthetic, the theme of this YouTube channel is mental health, okay? Psychospirituality, I don't know if you all have heard. It's a budding, emerging discipline. So you won't find it studied in universities as you would spirituality and or psychology, but they haven't really bridged the gap um, to finalize that as a branch of psychology or a discipline of psychology. Divinity, sovereignty, and righteousness. So these are, that's the overarching theme, ongoing theme, the running theme, the umbrella with which everything that I speak to and minister to and speak from, you know, that's the air, that's the bravado, you know. So it won't be too far outside of that, you know. So that's our realm. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Okay. And thank you for bearing with me while I refer to my notes. And while I'm in my element, thank you for your comments on previous videos, those who have found their way to my channel and those who continue to seek and find their way to my channel. I just want to get started. You know, this is the last chance to kind of fit in on that Pisces full moon and lunar eclipse, or what we call a harvest moon. So I really wanted to harvest. I really wanted to go ahead and start to plant the seeds of my channel, regardless of any dropping of seeds prior, any videos prior. I wanted to come and introduce myself, as I said, formally, informally, and get to know you too. Engage. So it's not always one way. This is interactive learning. So I am open to comments. Comment section might not always be on, but definitely open to your feedback, your thoughts. Okay, so the mission is to ascend and transcend the human condition. Okay, through enlightenment, enhancement, and advancement. It's cyclical. You're going to hear me repeat a lot of what I'm reciting right now. You're going to hear it repeated in videos to come and in former videos, because that's what I speak to. That's what I minister to. That's what's been ingrained. And that's what I have intentionally ingrained in myself, you know, knowing that I'm a messenger, a minister, a mystic, knowing that I have the gift of gab, and needing and wanting and desiring to expound and expand upon that. Okay. Method. We're going to use the power of the spoken word. Okay. For me, I have the power of the written word as well. Of course. Those who have the gift of gab typically have the ability and capability to engage in both the power of the spoken word and power of the written word, and or. So I'm very fortunate to be able to engage in both arts, especially penmanship and calligraphy. So I'll show you. I don't mind showing you my notes and my handwriting. So I've always and oftentimes am complimented on my penmanship. So I do take pride in that, especially being able to write cursive. A lot of students or those who scribe don't know how to write in cursive. So that might be, and I've often thought of that might be something to come at a later date, showing others how to write in cursive. So when I say I'm a guide, usually how-to guides. Okay, so if I feel that there's a need a void that needs to be filled or a gap that needs to be bridged, I tend to step in. So method, power of spoken word, and utility of etymology, linguistics, and keywords, sometimes key terms and phrases to engage mental stamina. Okay, so we will at times refer to Webster, okay, the dictionary, and thesaurus, so we can break down these words in the event that English is not our native tongue. We will dissect and we will break down these words into stem and root phrases and see what these words mean in short and as a whole, in terms of spelling, cursive, incantations. Okay, just being aware of how we use our tongue. Intention to continue to be a catalyst for mental health, spiritual development, emotional intelligence, and physical evolution through mental health, awareness, well-being, and self-preservation. Also, to guide seekers back to their true core, authentic selves. Okay, through remembrance, self-exploration, and soul searching. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory, and I'll go into detail at a later date. But right now, just want to give you all the bare bones of who I am, what I do, who, what, when, where, how, why? Because I gotta. Also, perfect assimilation and dissemination of information. So please, I really hope you can appreciate the fact that I take the time to really scribe, to write, to see, or the phrase that I use, we see, we scribe, we share. Okay, that's something that I live by. Whatever I see, if I can decode it, if I can, assimilate it, if I can write it down into words, if I can narrate it, illustrate it, demonstrate it, I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it. Okay. Purpose of this channel: to serve as archival record, as a think tank, blog, vlog, travelogue, and comic relief. I know we are all experiencing a lot of stressors right now, given peer pressure or pressures from our peers, our parents, society. We, between anxiety, depression, and any pending mental health conditions, diseases, disorders that we've come to know and name, I'll do whatever I can within my willpower, and within the scope of my being, to be not just a catalyst, but be, what's the word? Bear with me, because I'm very particular when it comes to words. And you know how it's sometimes on the tip of your tongue. I really want to find, I'm a perfectionist in that I want to find the perfect word. perfect word so that I can help communicate, as I said, crystal clearly with you all. But be an advocate of divine intervention. I'll say advocate. Searching for a better word. Searching, thinking, loading. A vessel. There we go. There we go. Thank you for your patience. A vessel. A tool of divine intervention. Okay? So even if we don't know who, what, where, how, why I came into being, just knowing that I'm here on behalf of the divine, especially being a divine feminine. Okay. So also the intention here is to jog your memory and initiate a train of thought just to ensure that you're thinking, make sure you're alert, you're alive, you're aware, functioning, not malfunctioning. Okay. And also this is a YouTube channel. So I'm here to channel. And I'm inviting you all to tune in and stay tuned to all that I have to offer and share and serve to you all, okay? So channel data from free space, from the heavens, and from the ethereal realm. So information that might not always be found in books, but that can be confirmed by various forms of media like books, research, studies, yet information that is resonant or resonates with and can be computed by the energy and synergy of the heart, mind, spirit, soul, and or body. Okay. So I'm always available, accessible, and aware that I am a vessel. And we all are vessels. We're all stars from the heavens. And while we have descended down onto earth, not all of us have tended to ourselves and been obedient. Not all of us have been obedient enough to harness and hone our gifts and sharpen them. The more you use your gift, the more you're bestowed with larger quantities of that gift. And as you know, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I tend to my gifts, my talents daily, frequently, as often as possible. Okay, so we channel a word from on high here. I use my access. And as I said, I'll wear head coverings from time to time. But right now, while we still have the energy of that Pisces full moon available to us, I want to kind of keep my head uncovered and keep an open funnel to the heavens, to the ethereal realm, to the Most High. And when I say Most High, I'm referring to the Most High, my Most High self, the Most High frequency available, the Most High wavelength, the Most High vibrational wavelength accessible in, through, from, around, or above me, accessing and pulling information from everywhere. Okay. So we channel a word from on high. Deliver, assimilate, and disseminate a word from on high. Okay. A word that has weight, height, and depth. A word that penetrates, permeates, and perpetuates. As I said before, the subject matter will be the same. Okay, so I definitely want to show consistency. Okay, because my the narrative is cyclical. Okay, it might expand, but it circles back around. Okay, I bring the topic at hand, regardless of what it is. I bring it full circle so we can make sense of everything around us, all this available information, stimuli, data around us, okay? And also, we define, dissect, and decode, sometimes debunk our spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, chemical, virtual, and fundamental reality. Okay, so this realm that we live in, this dimension, this direction of time, space, energy, it's overlapped. It's overlapping. It's parallel to something else. It's overlapped by so many other realms. Yes, we're in our physical realm, but we can't see the invisible, the spiritual. We can feel it. We have other sensory abilities to pick up on other coexisting realms. But I'll do what I can. I'll do everything in my power to explain what we call mystery school. Okay, so we have Earth School, what we all are down here experiencing through our earthly, bodily, physical experience. But there's also mystery school. Okay, those who can interpret what's behind the veil, those who can interpret dreams. So I'm one of those. I'm one of those. We're at 22 minutes, but we're here. Okay, so no hard lines. No hard lines. Nothing is set in stone. Thank you for being flexible with me and joining beyond the 15-20 minute mark. Hopefully you're enjoying my company as much as I'm enjoying yours. Okay? So also, the intention here is to configure and categorize segments. So once this channel is up and running, once we have our 100 followers and then some, you'll start to see me engage more with you and control the lighting, control the setting. As I learn more, I'll do more. Okay, and I'll start to introduce segments like the elephant in the room, QTNA, questions that need answers. I'll start to gather feedback from you all and address things that might be in the media. I don't too much engage in the distractions. But if it's a topic that I know a little or a lot about, we'll bring it to the table. Okay? Riddle me this. If I have some questions that are rhetorical, that's what that's for. And abundance. So these segments you'll start to see in tandem with the channel. And abundance is simply just me dancing. So just as a form of ritual or what have you. Okay, so that's another, the art of movement, and several other arts. That's one that I love. That's one that kind of keeps information flowing through my body. Okay, so it's a matter of abundance and having an abundance of information, resources around me. Okay, and utilizing them. And last but not least, I always want to offer compassion, consideration, and care for our individual and our collective circumstance. Okay, so I'll almost never shame anything or anybody or demean or degrade how we came to be. If anything, I'm here to help us understand, interpret, and comprehend how we got here, you know, how we got ourselves into this mess, if we are indeed a mess, or how we got to this moment in time, in this day and age, you know, where we suffer from so much mental health, so many mental health conditions. How have we adopted all these stressors? You know, what traumas have led us here? What fork in the road? Again, the who, what, when, where, how, who did it, what did it, you know, so we will engage in self-assessment. So this channel is for those who are seeking, not just seeking to know, but seeking to find, seeking to heal, seeking to prevent, and seeking to help others. You know, once you've healed, help someone else heal. Okay? So once we have offered one another compassion, care, consideration for our individual and collective circumstance, then we circle back around, as I said before, and offer one another the opportunity to transcend the human condition. You know, I hear a lot of, oh, I'm only human and no one's perfect. And the truth is, that's an old world paradigm thought. Those are old world thoughts. We're in a new age, a new earth, where we can actually change our mind if you're free and not stuck in a loop or in a particular timeline, or stuck in a karmic cycle. Then you can accept your new freedoms and your birthright to change your mind. You'll always know whenever I'm off script, whenever I've just tossed the papers, okay? You'll know whenever I'm speaking from my heart. And that's what I want to do here. But you have the freedom to change your mind. And you if you have that freedom and you have afforded and awarded yourself those newfound freedoms and birthrights, not only newfound, but ones that we forfeited, ones that are unknown. As soon as it's made available to you, as soon as it's within the realm of knowing, take advantage of it. We're not just human, we're actually superhuman. And just like the animal kingdom, there's a plethora of species. Those who are open-minded and considerate that we share Earth with other species, yes, you might be extraterrestrial. You know, some of us are indeed descendants of extraterrestrial. Okay, so don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself short of who you can be, who you are, who you were destined to be. Okay? And in all actuality, we are here, our collective purpose here on earth. The reason we came down here is because we signed a soul contract to actually engage in idealism and perfection. So for those exclaiming or shouting to the rooftop that no one's perfect, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Because we come from ancestors that actually know a thing or two about perfection, golden ratios, existing perfectly with nature, not harming anything, anyone. And it's time to get back to that. So we're at 30 minutes. Not that there's a time constraint, but that's my time. I'm going to upload this, and I hope to see you all again. Okay, so stay tuned. It's been a pleasure having you all. Ta-ta for now.